Meanwhile, the Rohingya Human Rights Network is grading Canada with an overall C- rating for unsatisfactory efforts to tackle the Rohingya crisis in their 2019 year-end report card. I'm now joined by Farid Khan. He's the Director of Advocacy and Media Relations, Rohingya Human Rights Network. He is in our Ottawa studios. Farid, thanks a lot for your time today.
Thank you for speaking on this subject.
It's an important subject that we need to continue the conversation on, but why is Canada getting that C- rating?
Well, for a number of reasons. There were two categories in which Canada got a failing grade. One was not addressing the internal politics inside Myanmar or taking any action to address it, either directly or through the UN. And the second is not taking action to address the humanitarian crisis within Myanmar for the Rohingya still remaining there. There's about 500,000 Rohingya still in Myanmar. About 140,000 of them are in concentration camps, and yet there's no action being taken by Canada or any other nation to address the crisis that they're facing and the humanitarian conditions they're facing. So those are two areas where the government got an F, and they got a D- in basically not addressing the Rohingya genocide at the International Court of Justice. We, along with civil society organizations, as well as a third of the Senate and parliamentarians, have been calling on Canada to do that, to take action at the ICJ under the Genocide Convention, and Canada didn't do that. So those are the three sort of bottom tier grades, and there was a 1B+, which was parliamentary action by senators and parliamentarians, where they've been very active.
They've been very active, but as you say, there hasn't been any concrete action, not just by Canada, but you've also mentioned they're on the international front. And this is something that has been going on for quite some time. How do we change the dial on this, Farid?
Well, we're trying to change the dial on it by pressuring the government, by making sure the public dialogue continues, by engaging with parliamentarians. We've had very strong support from senators, and ultimately it is up to the government and the Prime Minister to say that, yes, we are going to live up to our international treaty obligations and we are going to be a rule of law country. Canada has been going around, the Prime Minister and the Foreign Affairs Minister, for the last 4 years, talking about how Canada is a rule of law country and a supporter of the international legal order. You can't be saying that without following it up with action. And if you're not going to take action on genocide, then what's the point of saying that you're a rule of law country? So we're trying to pressure the government and we're working with international partners who are working in other countries to do the same.
Talk to me a little bit more about that, Farid. We are now we'll be entering a new year. We were walking into a minority government here with the Liberals. A lot is on the agenda there, but what kinds of things specifically are you going to be doing to really raise the attention, put this, forward and get that commitment that you're looking for?
Well, we will be working with our Senate allies who have been our strong supporters. As I said, over a third of senators signed a letter back in June calling on the government to take action. We're also going to be continue to work with government MPs, but we're also going to work more closely with opposition MPs so that we can leverage the numbers in the House, in the minority parliament, because it seems like we're talking, but the government's not really listening. We've been calling on the government to invoke the Genocide Convention. Now, Gambia has gone and done that by filing a case at the ICJ, and Canada has said it would explore opportunities, but it hasn't said what it's going to do in any concrete fashion. So we want to make sure that the government takes concrete action if it wants to be a player on the international stage and be an actual rule of law nation.
Well, we'll keep a close eye on things, and we'd love to loop back with you later on over the course of the year as you move forward on this. But Farid Khan, appreciate you coming in and talking to us about what is a very important issue. Farid Khan, Director of Advocacy and Media Relations, Rohingya Human Rights Network. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you.